The Civil Rights Movement was a pivotal era in American history, marked by courageous individuals fighting for equality and justice. This movement, spanning the 1950s and 1960s, sought to end racial segregation and discrimination against African Americans. Did you know that the movement's roots can be traced back to earlier efforts, such as the NAACP's founding in 1909? From the Montgomery bus boycott to the March on Washington, these events shaped the nation's future. Key figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X played significant roles in advocating for civil rights. Understanding this movement helps us appreciate the progress made and the challenges that remain. Let's dive into 27 fascinating facts about the civil rights movement that highlight its impact and legacy. The civil rights movement was a pivotal era in American history. It sought to end racial segregation and discrimination against African Americans. Here are some key facts about this transformative period. The movement began in the mid-1950s and lasted until the late 1960s. Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her bus seat in 1955 sparked the Montgomery bus boycott. The Supreme Court's 1954 decision in Brown v. Board of Education declared school segregation unconstitutional. Several individuals played crucial roles in advancing civil rights. Their leadership and bravery inspired millions. Martin Luther King Jr. was a central figure, known for his nonviolent protests and powerful speeches. Malcolm X advocated for black empowerment and was a prominent voice for the Nation of Islam. Thurgood Marshall, the first African-American Supreme Court justice, was a key lawyer in Brown v. Board of Education. The movement was marked by significant events and protests that drew national attention to the struggle for equality. The 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom attracted over 250,000 participants. King's "I Have a Dream" speech, delivered during the march, became iconic. The 1965 Selma to Montgomery marches highlighted the fight for voting rights. The movement led to landmark legislation that helped dismantle institutional racism. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 aimed to eliminate barriers preventing African Americans from voting. The Fair Housing Act of 1968 prohibited discrimination in the sale, rental, and financing of housing. Women were instrumental in the civil rights movement, often working behind the scenes and on the front lines. Ella Baker was a key organizer and strategist for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC. Fannie Lou Hamer co-founded the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party and fought for voting rights. Dorothy Height led the National Council of Negro Women and advocated for gender and racial equality. Education was a major battleground in the fight for civil rights, with significant changes resulting from the movement. The Little Rock Nine were a group of African American students who integrated Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas, in 1957. The Higher Education Act of 1965 increased federal funding for colleges and universities, benefiting minority students. Historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, played a crucial role in educating African American leaders.